Yo, what's good, YouTube? I'm coming back at y'all with another video. I'm be making my 2021 playoff bracket prediction. Like we could start off with the West. They don't give me the option to do the people who win the play-in tournament, but let's just start off with the play-in tournament. I think the Spurs are the 10 seed. Who's the 9 seed? Let me think. The 9 seed is the Grizzlies, 8 seed is Warriors, and 7 seed is the Lakers. All right, so let's start off with the 7-8 matchup. I got Lakers winning the 7 seed, and then I got Warriors moving on to face the winner of the 9th and 10th. And then the 9th and 10th, I got... This is going to be a tough one, a tough game. Grizzlies could win that, but I don't know. Greg Popovich and the Spurs, they just got too much experience. I'm going to have to go with the Spurs on that one. Then I got Warriors versus Spurs for the 8th seed, the 8th and final spot. And I got Warriors winning that one. All right, now let's move on to the 1st seed versus the 8th seed. So Utah Jazz versus the Warriors. I got Utah winning that. And it's going to be a good series, believe it or not. Because I feel like Curry, if he goes MVP mode, he could at least bring it to 6. I'm going to say Utah in 6. All right. Now let's move on to the Clippers versus Mavericks. Now this one right here, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. If playoff P comes back and Porzingis plays 100% or even 80%, I got Dallas winning that in 6. But if Clippers, everybody's playing good, everybody's healthy, Kawhi and all them, I'm out to go Clippers in 6. Next we got the Denver Nuggets versus the Portland Trailblazers. That's gonna be a good one. I don't know if Denver has enough firepower without Jamal Murray to stop CJ McCollum, Damian Lillard, and Norman Powell. That's gonna be a good series. That's gonna be a good series. I definitely gotta watch that one. I'm gonna say Portland wins this in 7. I think Damian Lillard and CJ will be too much for them. Like, obviously, Denver has Jokic. He's having an MVP season. But I don't think Jokic could carry them enough to make the next round. So I'm going to go Portland in 7. Now we got Phoenix versus the Lakers. This might be a good one. But if LeBron and AD are playing like at 100%, I think the Suns have no chance at all. So I'm going to say Lakers in 5. Let's move on to the next round. We got Utah Jazz versus the LA Clippers. This is going to be another good series right here. This is going to be a good one. I'm going to have to go Clippers in 7. I think if Kawhi is playing at an MVP level and he's playing how he was on the Raptors and Paul George finally shows up, I think that the Clippers have too many superstars to stop. Utah only has Donovan Mitchell. Like, obviously they have firepower. They only have 1 star, so I'm gonna go with Clippers on that one. Clippers making the conference finals. Portland versus Lakers. Now, if everybody's 100%, I'm gonna have to go Lakers in 6. And that's being generous to the Blazers, because I think Lakers could honestly sweep them, if I'm being honest. LeBron and AD are going to be too much to handle for Nurkic and Cancer. But, yeah, that's what I got for that. All right, before we move on to this series, Lakers versus Clippers, let's move on to the East. All right, the 10th seed is... Who's the 10th seed again? The Pacers. Oh, no, the Hornets, and then the Pacers are the 9th seed. The 8th seed is the Wizards, and the 7th seed is the Celtics. So, Wizards versus Celtics in the play-in tournament. I got Celtics winning that. And then I got Wizards moving down to face whoever wins the 9 and 10. And then between the Pacers and the Hornets, this is an interesting game because I feel like Pacers should win that. But I think the Hornets are a sleeper team. So I'm going to go Hornets winning that. And Wizards versus Hornets, I'm going to have to go with Westbrook and Beal. Yeah, I'm gonna go Westbrook and Beal. So I'm gonna say Wizards are the 8th seed and Celtics are the 7th seed. And then let's move on to the first round. We got 76ers versus Wizards. This is gonna be a fast-paced, entertaining game too, right here. I gotta go 76ers respectfully in 4. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be close games, but I don't think Wizards will win a game. Maybe they'll win one, but I'm gonna have to say 76ers in 4. Knicks versus Hawks. Knicks versus Hawks. Hawks have a great offensive team, but their defense is like questionable at times. Obviously, they have Trae Young, John Collins, Bogdanovich, Clint Capella, but like they only have like a legit one defender. So I'm gonna have to go with the Knicks in 7. I think Julius Randle can carry them to the next round, and that's gonna be a tough one, to be honest, because I don't think anybody on the Knicks could stop Trae Young. But at the same time, Knicks have defense, so defense wins, and I'm gonna have to go with the Knicks in 7. I'm gonna stay with that answer. Bucks versus Heat. Bucks versus Heat. This is gonna be a great series. I think Giannis is looking for redemption. Oladipo is out for the season. I'm gonna have to go. If Giannis finally doesn't choke in the playoffs, I'm gonna go Bucks in 7. I think the Heat could win that, but I just think Giannis has too much firepower around him now. He has Drew Holiday, which is better all around, like way better all around than Eric Bledsoe. He got Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez. I just think that the Heat, I don't know, they have enough firepower to match up, but I feel like the Bucks, like, they have a better all-around team. They just have the better player overall in Giannis. Now, Nets versus Celtics. I'm a Celtics fan, but let's be honest. Without Brown, we stand no chance at all. No chance. Maybe we win 2, but I'm going to go Brooklyn in 5. Alright, let's move on. 76ers versus Knicks. This could be a sneaky good series, but I just think Joel Embiid is going to be too much for the Knicks to handle. Not to mention all the shooters they have around. Danny Green, Seth Curry. They got, what's his name? I'm trying to think of that guy who's a shooter off the bench that they have. I forgot his name, but they have shooters all around Embiid and Ben Simmons. So, while I think it'll be close games, I'm going to have to go Philly in 5. Actually, yeah, Philly in 5, I'm going to say. Bucks versus Nets. The Bucks sneakily have been beating the Nets every time, but Nets did not have James Harden, so I don't know. That's gonna be a great series. It's gonna go down to the wire probably almost every game. If Giannis and his supporting cast can play good enough, I honestly think the Bucks have a chance. It's a slim chance, but I think they have a chance. I'm gonna go Nets in 7. I think that's gonna be down to the wire series. I'm gonna go Nets in 7. Alright, now we can move on. Clippers versus Lakers. Clippers versus Lakers. The long-awaited matchup we've been waiting for over a year. Now, we all know LeBron and AD are the best 2 players in the world. You could argue KD, but yeah, I would say KD is better than AD, but it's a close like race for second place. I'm gonna go Lakers in 6. I think playoff P is gonna come back this series, and then the Lakers are just gonna be too much for the Clippers to handle. with LeBron, AD, Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell. They got Andre Drummond now. I got Lakers making the finals, beating the Clippers in 6. 76ers versus Nets. 76ers have great defense. Philly, I just think the problem is going to be scoring with the Nets. Like, will Philly be able to score enough? That's the question. They have the defense, but do they have enough scoring? I think they have shooters, but they don't have, like, scorers. Nets have scorers and shooters. That's the difference. They have Harden, Kyrie, and KD. And they have Joe Harris and Shamet. And they have a pick and roll partner for Kyrie and KD and DeAndre Jordan. So I just think the offense of the Nets is going to be too much for the Sixers to handle. You know, Sixers have defense and Nets really don't. I just think James Harden is an MVP caliber player. So is KD and so is Kyrie. So that's 3 Hall of Famers on one team. Really nothing you can do about that. I'm going to go Nets in 6. The Nets versus the Lakers. Now this is the match we've all been waiting for all year. We've been waiting for this all year. Let's be honest. We all know who's going to win this. It's sad to say, but the Nets just have too much firepower. With that being said, the Lakers do have LeBron and AD, so anything is possible. But the Nets have Harden, Kyrie, and KD. So I think that's going to be way too much to handle for the Lakers. I'm hoping it's a good series, but I'm going to say Brooklyn wins this in 6. Either 6 or 7. It could go 7, but I'm going to say 6. Alright, and I got Nets winning the championship in 6. There you have it, bro. That's my 2021 NBA playoff predictions. If y'all want more videos like this, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, turn on that post notification bell. I'm out, bro.